I'd like to share a post that my wife made, and you will understand this picture. See this contraption? It is one of my most used items, and one that I literally don't know what I would do without. I get the stares and glares out in public for having my son on a leash, but that's okay. People really don't understand our situation or why it is necessary for us. You see, my beautiful son has something called encephalopathy, which is a fancy way to say he has brain damage. As a result, he literally cannot control himself when he gets super excited, mad, sad, or happy. There are many different medical conditions out there that can make it difficult for a child or adult to control their behavior when they feel high emotions. If you see a kid out in public with one of these on, just know it is for their own safety and the safety of others. Today, when my little guy went into a meltdown in the dentist's office, the people in the waiting room got a first-hand view of why we use his leash. I had my 4 youngest kids in the waiting room with me. My oldest had already left, and my second oldest was in the dentist chair when the meltdown started. I am sure the things crossing the minds of the bystanders were things like, I must not discipline him, aka he just needs a good spanking. Or maybe if I didn't have my almost 5-year-old on a leash in the first place, he wouldn't have lost it. The fact is, he is disciplined when appropriate. When you discipline knowing it will be fruitless, it is a form of child abuse. Also, there is a huge difference in discipline and punishment. I'm sure the thoughts also roam to the, I shouldn't keep having kids when I cannot control the ones I have. That one is always a little funny to me. I mean, if they really thought about it and paid attention to the entire situation, they would realize it was controlled, just not in the way people might want it to be. He did get a few good punches in on me, and he was screaming nasty words and phrases, but with that awesome contraption shown in the picture, I was able to mostly steady him while keeping everyone, minus me, around him safe. Having more or less children would do nothing to change his outcome. If he were an only child, the safest way for me to take him to the dentist would still be by using our dear monkey leash. I'm so blessed with kids who have a heart for taking care of their brother and me when we need it most. My amazing daughter stepped up to help with her youngest brothers while I held my guy with a leash. Now you might be thinking, if I didn't have the younger brothers, she wouldn't have to help. Let's examine that thought for a moment. If we had other circumstances, more or less children, no contraptions to help, etc., I would have planned around that set of circumstances. My daughter was not forced or even asked to help. I just happen to have really awesome kids who want to help. I do have an exit strategy for when my son goes into a meltdown and there is no one there to help me, or they just don't want to help at that time. I just didn't happen to need it today. Your thought process is invalid. My son's special needs are hard to manage at times. I will probably always be emotionally fragile when it comes to him. The thing is, though, he is an incredible little guy. I couldn't possibly go into all the ways he is just astounding, but know that he is. I would never want to be without him in my life. I literally thank God every single day for him, even the days that he breaks my glasses with a few solid punches. Be kind to people. Love children. Encourage those you come into contact with. Be understanding that you might not be able to see the entire picture. Please share this status so maybe someone reads it and becomes more tolerant of things they do not understand. This summed up everything that I was trying to say in a few paragraphs. So thank you, and don't judge, but love.